Hi, this is a video on Spur Pop-ups. We recently launched these and it's pretty much a game changer for gamifying the experience for your customers, letting them win prizes, and in return you collect leads and get someone's consent, their opt-in, and you can then target these people later because they have shown interest in your brand. So let's get started with that. First thing you will see if you don't have Spur Pop-ups already installed, you will see this banner. You will go to install app. It will take you to this place. You will go to, because I've already installed the app, it won't show me installed, but it's just an install button. You click on install and it just installs it. You open it right now and it will open the app in a separate window. So we're about to see the interface now. All right. So here in the app status, because ours is already embedded, it will not give us any warning, but yours will say something like enable app embed over here. And once you tap on it, it will take you to theme settings. And afterwards, you'll have to go to embed, and that is found here. So if it is if it directs you over here, you just have to go to here and Spur pop-up will be here. You just have to keep this turned on, and after that click on the save button. Now ours is already on the website, so it won't give us the option to save, but yours will. So just save it. Afterwards you'll go back here and it will show this thing ready to go. And once that's done, you create a pop-up. Our account already has multiple pop-ups here, but these don't matter. You have to create your own. Yours will be completely an empty list. You create pop-up. There will be multiple types of pop-ups. Spin to win, this is the gamified experience I was talking about, which will, in a casino kind of way, it will allow you to spin that wheel, and whatever the wheel stops at, the wheel pointer stops at, that will be the prize that the customer wins. So you get to choose what they win or not. So this is the spin to win wheel, and this is the newsletter sign up. In all of these cases, and scratch card, you will be able to give people a discount code, something in return for their consent to get messaged by you. So let's go with spin to win, since this is the most converting kind of pop-up. So we'll click on create spin to win. There will be an auto populated name here. You can change this to whatever. Customers don't see this, and you can name it anything you want. Headline. So whatever I'm entering over here, that gets updated here. So your call, what you want the headline to be. The subheadline can also be anything that you want it. Okay, sorry. Yeah, but you enter the subheadline that you want. Now, marketing consent, you will be needing to turn this on because that's an ethical, safe practice. So have this on. That's what we recommend. If you want to turn it off, you can, but then again, you won't be in compliance with how privacy laws work. So keep this on. Lead capture fields, you can collect the name, the email, the phone. You can make any one field required by default, and one field can be optional as well. But at least one should be there, unless you turn all of these off. So email field, I wouldn't suggest going with that because emails are typically hard to type. People have to take time out to type it, and most will rather drop off rather than fill an email field. So what I suggest is doing name and phone and leaving name as an optional field. So as long as we have their phone number, that still works for us. Then there's a wheel configuration, which is going to be what prices you want to offer, how many of those you want to offer, and what should be the probabilities of those. So 10% off, if that's a price, you have the price type. Amount off you can give, percentage off you can give, and custom code, or you can also give them no price because um, as the game goes, sometimes you do lose, sometimes you don't win anything. So that's what is happening here. Percentage off, you can give, make it anything, and this is also going to auto update this, and you choose the probability. Now the probability of all these things, 25, 20, 15, 15, 15, 10, all should match at the end, and it should match to be 100 when totaled. So keep this in mind, and if you cannot do that, then just distribute evenly and we'll do that for you. Now, one more thing is there, that these slices of the wheel here, these have to be an even number, because if they're not an even number and it's an odd number, then two colors will be mushed together, and we don't want that because it'll look ugly. So if this is white, this has an orange color, next one is white, then the next one is orange again. So this is just for aesthetics, so let it be that way. Of course, these colors can be changed, but they should be alternating colors. Each slice should be a different color. So that all of that can be changed over here. Header, header, button text, form, background, text color, background overlay, sticky teaser. I'll tell you about that in a bit. So all of this can be changed, and here you will also have the option to see the sticky teaser. What the sticky teaser does is, if you go to a website on where the pop-up is installed, you will see a small little teaser in the at the bottom of the page just saying spin to win. So it's kind of telling the person, hey, we do have this thing where you can win something. So it's supposed to bring more attention towards it. So spin to win is going to be advertised just a little bit down there if you have the sticky teaser on. If you don't, you won't be getting people to notice that spin to win as much. Of course, it will be noticeable once they spend more than 10 seconds on the page. That can also be changed to 10 to 15 or 20 or even 5, whatever you would want. But this will bring more attention towards it. So sticky teaser is going to be like this. There's a background, color. All of this is customizable. As you can see, the position can be left, center, middle, left, right. Anything is possible when you consider the combinations that can be there. Now, what we have to look at is this submit button, try your luck. So this is going to be a CTA. You could say try your luck, or spin um, spin away, something like that. That'll be a CTA. So make this as effective as possible as you can make it. Now there is also the result display. So we'll go there. This is the heading. Congratulations, you won prize. You won the prize label. Prize label is a variable, so whatever price they want, like if you're calling 10% off, 10% off, it'll say you want 10% off. If it is free shipping, you want free shipping. And then we'll give them the discount code. And the discount code, again, when we give it to them, it's customizable with color choices. So we'll give them a copy code, we'll give them a discount code. And if they lose, in the scenario that it says um, better luck next time. In that case, you're telling the customer that you can still sign up, you're still signed up, so you will at some point gain something anyway. So that is an eventual, that is a possibility still that they can lose. And you can set that possibility to be whatever you want. Like if you want, for example, there could be 100% off slice as well, but you can turn the probability of that to 0%. So people could think that they're going to win, that there is a prize on the menu that can be had and it will be 100% off, but you know that no one will actually win that. So people would still spin away in the hopes of winning that 100% off. They don't know what settings you have put on in your spin wheel, but uh, that is the beauty of it. You could get more engagement that way if the prices are crazy enough, and actual prices actually could be way less could have way less probability of being offered. So the trigger is now 5 seconds. So if someone stays on the page for more than 5 seconds, it'll show up, and it will collect the name and phone slices. There are 6. Name is this. Now action buttons, shop now, and it will take them to the same tab, and it will open a URL, your collections. So you gave them a code, Now, what's next for them is to use that code. So it's up to you where you want to send them. So slash collection slash all is just your store, your collections, all of those in a list. All Shopify stores have it. So this can be done, or if you just give them that action button, maybe you just want them to open a new tab and that new tab should open this collections page, or you want them to close the pop-up with that or copy code, up to you. And then there is triggers and display when to show. This is exactly what I was talking about. 5 seconds later, and it will show up on the page. If person visiting your website stays on there for more than 5 seconds, it will show up. And scroll percentage, that is something that you can set up as if someone has scrolled 30% of the home page length, then they should see it. Then those both of those conditions will have to be met first before this pop-up shows up. Now there are display restrictions. You can show pop-up once every X amount of days to the same device. So what that means, one person using one device and visiting your website with that, they will see a pop-up, they will spin it, and then they cannot spin it for the next 30 days. After 30 days, they'll have an option to spin again. So you're not saying to the customer that once you spin it and win something, that's all for you, that's it for you. You're letting them have a chance at it again, because eventually the goal is to get more revenue, and more prizes do lead the people to buy more. So this is just a uh, in order to do that. Now styling is there. Spin duration, how long the spinning wheel would spin for, that's up to you. If you want to build suspense, maybe crank that up all the way to 10 or more if you want. It's up to you. Show confetti on win, it will show you a confetti. It'll be like a lot of bright colors showing up on the screen when someone wins something. That's what they will see. Now, once all of this is done, you will have to click on create pop-up, and then save changes. But before I save changes, we will test the pop-up. So we can test the pop-up on the mobile and see how it looks on the phone, or you could use this preview URL and see it that way. This is our pop-up, how it shows up on our test store. So this is how we have set it up. Try again, 20% off, 12, 15, $5 and free shipping. So if I spin this with try your luck, I'll have to first fill in these things, and this is what your customers will have to do too. So I'll just fill in anything here. So this will spin for 5 seconds, and then it will stop at some price, and looks like I'm going to get free shipping. That's it. I copy the code. This is what your customers will be doing. I go to shop now. Now they have my products, and they can use this code that they just got on any of these products that they want. So this pop-up is right now going to be, I mean, it is set up as it can show any number of times to each page visit. So we don't want this actually for you. So you should make it show everyone's 30 days, but this is set up as show on every visit. This is ours. The one that we set up was different. This was already in use. So that's how this will work. Now we have to save the changes. Once the changes are saved, you just enable it, and that's pretty much it. I'll turn this off, but you can see the data that gets collected. So you'll see the total revenue that people uh people will purchase things that will lead to a revenue, how much you made thanks to that pop-up. So you'll get to know when a pop-up is spun, it has a code. That code gets used in a certain order. That way you will know that this order came thanks to that pop-up's code. So you'll see the revenue, you'll see the conversion rate, how many codes were used, and divided by how many codes were generated. So total spins, that's one because I just spun it once. And leads collected, that will show up here. And this is the phone number that I put in, and I didn't put in, I didn't get anything except the free ship code. So I got that. And price distribution, 100% other people, only one person won that free shipping. So this will be it. And right now it's inactive. It will show you this device breakdown, what kind of device it was that viewed this pop-up. You get all of these analytics. You can also export this and go back to the list of the pop-ups. Now only one pop-up can be active at a time. That's what you have to note. And you can use the toggle switch to enable and disable like I did this way. And the data can be viewed by going here. Now, if let's say you are doing one pop-up this week and you try your hand at another pop-up next week and another pop-up, then next week after next week, you could see the collected data over all time show up here. So this will be the collective data of all three pop-ups for however long you had them deployed. And that is pretty much it if you are trying to use Spur pop-ups and if you don't have Spur. But let's say you do have Spur. In that case, you can do way more. What you will be doing is you'll go to your Spur dashboard, go to automation, you'll create a new flow and select the number that you want and have connected to your store that will be already be sending order updates and all sorts of automations that you've set up. You'll use this. There are two of these pop-up flows that we have, abandoned cart and abandoned product. So what they do, I'll just show you one, for example, abandoned cart. So a lot of people go to checkout, abandon it, but you wouldn't know because they didn't put the number in yet. But since we are getting people to put their number in the pop-ups, we already have that information. So if someone goes to checkout and they don't put their number, that's still good with us because we already have the number. We know they went to cart because carts are reached before they go to checkout. So goes like you first view a product, then you view a cart, and then you go to checkout. So you just set it up like this. Shopify Pixel, this works. Oh, no, not this. This is not it. Let me just see. We look for abandoned cart, Spur pop-ups, AVR. All right. This is going to take 30 minutes to act. So pretty much it's going to wait for 30 minutes to see if the person makes a purchase or not. And then it works the regular way. It reminds them to make a purchase. 4 hours later, it tells them that we have got great reviews to drive people to buy with social proof. If not, if that does not work even, then 1 day later we give them a unique Shopify discount code that we generate for you with a 10% discount code or whatever you want. It can even be a fixed amount. You get them this LTO message. What that means is a limited time offer thing. It expires after 4 hours. So it drives a sense of urgency in the customer. So they have to buy. And same way with the same thing, we also have abandoned product. So how that would work is the person could view a product, meaning they don't even have to go to cart or checkout. They viewed it. We already had the number because they filled the pop-up and we know it. So we'll just be like, we saw you looking, why don't you buy it? And then we try to persuade them more. Then we give them the code like before. So now you have three different touch points: checkout, cart, and product. All these abandonments, if done by the customer, will get to know them if they already filled the pop-up. So that's another way to make revenue. Now, if you let me just show you. Here is our pop-up app. There's one more thing that is there. If you go to webhooks, you also have the ability to see these things. Pixel status, whether it's activated, Spur integration is active or not. So if you have the Spur app installed already, it will be active. And this is what is connecting that pop-up to this flow. And pop-up completed, that's if you have this on, then this will be sending people messages with the coupon code. So we know they'd received the coupon code, but you could also turn that off so that people can receive those codes on WhatsApp instead. So then you'll have kind of an excuse to say, we messaged you to give you the code that you want instead of giving it upfront right there. Or you could do both, it's up to you. Now, if you have another marketing automation tool outside of Spur, you could also, if they support webhooks, get a webhook endpoint from that tool, enter it here, and send all the events, all pop-ups being filled, being spun, all of that can be sent to another tool like Spur as well. So we're not locking you in just with Spur. It is a free game if you want to also use it with another tool. So abandonment events, all of these could be sent, and this is how it works. So people fill it, events get tracked, webhook sends that info to any marketing tool of your choice, and that marketing tool sends the abandonment emails or SMS or WhatsApp message. You have the phone number and you have the info that you're collecting. So any email that you're collecting or any phone number or any name, you can make use of it to do whatever you want. And that's how that works. And once you're done, of course, make sure to save the changes. That's pretty important. All right, I'll see you next time, I guess.